So a few days ago, I talked about Ludwig. Basically, one of his friends, Mango, got caught on stream harassing women, and he basically got he got banned from all of Ludwig's future events. Apparently, Ludwig's in some drama now.
Massive day for the unemployed. Ludwig is in hot water and his house of cards on Twitch is falling down. The dude is a rat and a parasite that people are seeing through that. A couple days ago, I made a video about a streamer who got too drunk at Ludwig's event and started being weird towards the girls. But little did we know, Ludwig was enabling his behavior.
Hey, everybody!
Wait, is he actually? Hold on. I haven't seen that. I know that obviously Mango was completely, you know, just in the wrong. He was going around harassing women being drunk. I didn't know Ludwig is apparently enabling it. From what we saw with Ludwig from the video that I made the other day, the guy literally like went on stream and was like, oh yeah, I disavow, whatever. Apparently there was stuff going on beforehand that we didn't know about. Apparently he literally enabled the guy's behavior.
I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mobile News events. Cause like, you know, it's a privilege to go to an event, man. Like
Ludwig, when Mango's blood alcohol concentration is 0.32.
Let's shoot for 40!
So he was trying to get him more drunk. Oh my god.
Mango is like an alcoholic. Mango can drink 30 beers and act the same he does off no beer.
Bro says Mango is an alcoholic and proceeds to invite him to his drinking event. Oh, and by the way, retards on Reddit.
I mean, that could be seen as a joke, but also it's not a joke because look at how he's acting.
By the way, retards on
the guy is clearly an alcoholic. But I mean, yeah, some people could see what Ludwig just said there and make the point, oh, you know, he's probably just joking. He's just, you know, doing it for the stream. But like, clearly he actually is.
Mango
like,
either.
No
it's almost like two things can be true at once. Wow.
Sometimes my genius is... it's almost frightening.
He's a machine of a man.
He said he had 7 beers already today.
If you ask him how many beers he's had lifetime, it's probably above 10,000. He's the two-time champion. He's never lost. We got a new PB! Guys, Mango just blew a .25!
What?
Bro is trash.
There's no way. Okay, now I'm starting to see why people don't like Ludwig. Are we serious? He just blew a .25? We're trying to shoot for like .3, .4? Oh my god.
Bro is trashed. A .25 is not a joke. He weighs between like 160 and 180 pounds. He's had about like 11 or 12 drinks at this point.
What? Wait, so he blew hold on, he blew a .32. So, this, okay, obviously, I don't know too much about, like, obviously, what these mean. I mean, obviously, I'm 20 years old, right? In Australia, you're allowed to drink, so I have drunk before, but like, okay, so the red, what does that mean? Is that, like, absolutely slaughtered? The guy's .25, so he's down here at the moment, right? He got to this red part, and Ludwig was sitting there celebrating, being like, oh, he's just absolutely wasted. This is the thing that I don't understand, like I said in my last video. Even if it's a drinking tournament, I understand, right? How do you let yourself get down to this red part on live stream with thousands and thousands of people watching? I do not understand that.
About like 11 or 12 drinks at this point.
Mango just blew a .32.
That is my god.
Hey everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
I know in Australia, right, whenever you've got your full driving license, so I don't have my full driving license, so this doesn't apply to me. I'm not allowed to have any drinks at all if I want to drive. I can't have any alcohol in my system. When you're on your full license, you're only allowed to be you have to be under .05 to be able to legally drive, right? So you have to be basically from this section here up. You got to be, you know, under .5. This guy is all the way down here. He's like 5, 6, 7 times the legal limit in Australia, at least. That is nuts. And this guy's just sitting here celebrating it.
Mango just blew a .32!
To be clear, that is dangerous. That's not good. That's not good. That's dangerous.
Let's up those numbers!
No, in
What? Okay, no, he's cooked.
In the moment, he's encouraging it, having a vibe, but then when reality sets in, he's like, by golly, a drunk guy did something stupid. I gotta distance myself.
Now I see a lot of dialogue on like broader implications. I'm only worried about.
See, I didn't see how he was acting during the stream.
Everybody, get your second race ready to go.
Wait, do it. Sorry.
I mean, clearly Ludwig is also drunk at the time. Obviously not as drunk as Mango, because, I mean, I feel like Mango is the only type of guy that would actually be able to handle a 0.34 without dying. But, it doesn't matter if Ludwig's drunk. He's still saying what he's saying. He still doesn't care.
Here,
So.
Mango, I got control. Fucking me. You just fucked me from behind. Get off me. Oh my god. He thrust so nicely.
Yeah, the exhale there is right, dickweed. When you see your friend there in that situation, you should probably help him and, you know, get him out of there. Even Mango's wife saw this and responded to the situation. Let's check this out. But since I'm not bound by Kyo as a civilian, at Ludwig, I watched you on stream asking for Mango to take shots. Of course, your little teeny bopper viewer ass wants to pretend that never happened. People were vomiting at your event and you never once decided to pull. Ludwig. All my homies hate Ludwig. I hope you enjoy your grace for banning Mango while encouraging him to get wasted. You,
That's
Lud. Word
crazy
for word.
now. When you put that all together, literally banning the guy after encouraging him to get wasted. That's nuts.
You do a shot. Where's Mango? And then people wonder, why do people hate Ludwig? He's such a good guy. The #2 political streamer himself even called him a golden retriever.
When people hate Ludwig, dude, think about that. This man is a fucking golden retriever. He is mathematically crafting takes that are the most kind, empathetic, and inoffensive you can possibly be.
Funnily
Yeah,
enough,
no one cares what
Hasan
Hasan says,
Diddy
bro.
Bin Laden Piker here described why people hate Ludwig.
Golden retriever.
Yeah, he literally is a dog, old yeller, and your time has come. It's time for you to wrap it up. No party like a Luddy party.
I don't think Ludwig deserves haters either. But he still gets them.
I mean, I feel
I'd
like
argue-
Hasan is just, like, he just tries every single time he opens his mouth to say something that just, like, makes no sense. And to try and get hate. I feel like his account is just one giant rage bait. It has to be.
Ludwig doesn't deserve fans for his inauthenticity, but I'm not gonna lie, his main channel videos are good. Like, objectively, they are good. Like, I'm not baselessly gonna hate on him, you know, he has his moments. You know, that chess boxing stuff sponsored by Fadsley, that's tough. May Allah...
Wait, what? Was it sponsored by... What? You've got to be kidding me. Fansley? Okay, for those that don't know, that's literally like an OF competitor. It's just like the B-Tech version of OnlyFans. Are we serious? Okay, was that for charity, by the way? I don't know. Even if it was for charity, having Fansley in the corner, imagine you're a fighter, right? And it's like, oh, go to the red Fansley corner to like start the match, or, you know, during rounds or whatever. I could not see myself doing
Toxic
that.
stuff sponsored by Fadsley, that's tough. May Allah strike Ludwig. Spending all night goading the alcoholism of a friend you've known for 10 years, then publicly disowning them when it goes south is crazy work.
That's dangerous.
Let's up those numbers!
That is going to turn into a meme for like the next 5 years. Let's up those numbers. And then instantly it's just like after the stream, oh yeah, man. Yeah, we got to ban him. He's just doing too much. I tried to stop him. But like, let's up those numbers.
TBF, Mango is an adult that's responsible for his own actions. Yeah, no Sherlock. Never said otherwise, but it's slimy to egg him on all night, be in the frame of all the clips, watch the harassment all night, not ask him to leave, but then publicly disown him the next day after the clips blow up, lol. You know, at the end of the day, even bouncers kick people out from nightclubs that are throwing up or being, you know, too belligerently drunk. So if you're hosting an event, I feel like you should, you know, be responsible. With friends like Ludwig, you don't even need enemies. Guy's a massive POS who only cares about his image. Now, if you're missing context from this situation, maybe you missed my last video or God forbid you have a job. Nevertheless, Mango actually lost his gaming organization and stopped being invited to pro tournaments, which is, you know, a pretty big hit to him. You know, Ludwig was quick to jump into the fray disavowing Mango, but as soon as everyone turns on him, he's radio silent, dropping merch and, you know, ignoring everyone. Quick to address someone else's drama, but never your own. Spike
Yeah, wait, I
never.
literally saw his channel before. He hasn't talked about it at all. Ludwig. He literally has not talked. 4 days ago was his last thing. He has been radio silent.
You know, that's literally death by 1,000 cuts. For a second, my love for Bleach almost distracted me from my hate for Ludwig. You know, even the virgins on Reddit were unhappy about this one. This was going generational on livestream fail. Ludwig ignores concerns he might be enabling Mango's alcoholism. Yeah, that's not a great look. Hindsight is 2020, but knowing someone is an alcoholic and being asked directly if you think you're enabling them and hand-waving, it is not great. You can't expect him to be an expert at dealing with an addict, but encouraging someone that blew a .25...
Let's up those numbers. Bro, 0.25. Again, I just need to reiterate how nuts that is. 0.25. Oh my god. I don't think, like, if I tried, I don't think I could possibly get to 0.25 or 0.32 is, I think the highest he got to. I don't think I can try to get to that without just dying.
Addict, but encouraging someone that blew a .25
like, it
to
wouldn't
see
be
if they
physically
can go
possible.
higher. Jesus. You see, this is what's called a functioning alcoholic, and this is to go even further beyond. Cheering for a .32 blood alcohol is crazy work.
Cheering.
Seriously, that's actually dangerous. And you know, when Reddit's the voice of reason, you know you're cooked. Despite pushing 40, Pokimane here was actually the voice of reason as well.
7 beers already today.
You know, her spidey senses are tingling. She's like, eee.
Okay, Mango is like an alcoholic.
Girls, fear not. Mango's an alcoholic. He can handle a couple of beers.
So I feel really bad about that. And
Who would have ever predicted if you give an alcoholic some liquor, something would happen, huh?
I am the liquor.
Julian!
Yeah, it's like, obviously, like, looking at Mango, right? Obviously, what he did was terrible. There's no denying that. But, seriously.
He can handle a couple of beers.
so I feel really bad about that. And
Who would have ever predicted if you give an alcoholic some liquor, something would happen, huh?
I am the liquor.
So subscribe. Also, is it just me or I feel like there's a lot of liability recording these cringy streamer drinking parties? Like when alcohol's involved,
That's
you never know what's
exactly
gonna
what I've
happen.
been saying.
So I think this
like,
is a rookie.
Obviously, it's a cool event or whatever, but live streaming it when everyone's getting drunk, there's just something's going to happen. Someone's gonna say something crazy. Someone's gonna do something crazy, which they did. It's like I don't think that there's ever really a time where alcohol can be involved in content where it's actually a good thing. Unless you're doing if you're doing an actual YouTube video where you're able to cut things out, you're able to make sure everyone stays in line. You don't, you know, sit there recording people's blood alcohol level being 0.32 going, let's raise those numbers. As long as you're not doing that, yeah, like you have to make sure that it's not being live streamed. Being live streamed is the easiest way to have a situation like this. Like this just been blown out.
WestJet, Mango's like 40. He should be handling his own liquor.
Guys, Mango just blew a .25!
You know, at least Miskiff wasn't there because we all know he would have covered it up.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
If you're having him blow a breathalyzer and being like, oh my god, he's like triple the legal limit, you're part of the problem. Wouldn't you be like, hey, I'm Ludwig, I'm almost 30 years old. I probably know that this guy shouldn't be drinking so much.
Yo, I like this guy. He called out his age instantly.
Taking advantage of somebody with substance problems for entertainment purposes, and then when it goes wrong, you just blame them. He harasses these women all night, and they don't do... Why doesn't Ludwig stop this sooner?
No, it's because genuinely Ludwig thought nothing was wrong with it until he started getting backlash.
But also, like, from my perspective, and just to, like, give, like, what my perspective is, it's really difficult when there are a lot of people in a lot of different areas to keep eyes on everybody and see what they're doing.
Wrong. I mean, that would make sense if Mango literally wasn't the center of attention during all of this. Tectone with hair had a good take here.
Instead of Ludwig blaming all of this on Mango, I think he should stop doing events with alcohol. If you want to be a squeaky clean advertiser, brand-friendly content creator,
these guys have been friends for a while, and to me, Ludwig just feels like a piece of shit. I think people would also respect Ludwig a lot more if instead of, you know, putting everything on Mango, he came out and acknowledged that he was enabling him in a way.
Let's up those numbers!
He did. A lot of these streamers are genuinely stunted. If you see that their age is 33, in their head, they're actually 23 because, you know, outside of university or like whatever, they actually haven't had much real-world experience. They sort of live in their own bubble, and that bubble's about to pop. Even the 43-year-old Genshin Impact player chimed in.
I think Ludwig is a liar. I think he's a snake.
Does everyone just
and
hate this guy?
He would throw anybody under the bus to avoid a hate threat of his own.
Literally, bro, everyone hates him. That's actually crazy. Okay, I don't know any of the previous Ludwig controversies. I know he's done some stuff in the past that apparently people don't like. Yeah, this one's pretty shocking. Like the fact that you've literally gone on live stream talking about let's up those numbers, talking about like let's do this, let's get him more drunk, and then you have the audacity to sit there on stream and be like, yeah, man, we've cut him from future events. He can't control himself. It's like, bro, you were pushing him to not be able to control himself. You know he's an alcoholic. You literally said it. And again, you could say that's a joke, but clearly it's not. Clearly it's not after this, and you knew that. Like, yeah, it's pretty shocking. I can understand why this guy's getting hate.